Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. Whatever time you're watching this, it is Sunday, October 8th. Welcome to the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce, and we are definitely putting the high in the High Risk Wrestling Recap. We are covering the week of October 1st, so let's get into the news. The NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, which will be beginning this week on NXT. The bracket has been released. We will have Kalani Jordan versus Izzy Dame, Ariana Grace versus Jakara Jackson, Carmen Petrovic versus Jada Parker, and Danny Palmer versus Lola Vice. Put your money on Jakara Jackson. AEW has locked up a few stars. Billy Starks recently signed a new deal confirming that, yes, she is a signed AEW talent. She is doing some really good work over on Ring of Honor with Athena, and AEW has signed a female star a couple months ago. That will be the one and only Lady Frost, which has been really good. She'll be a good pickup for them. Julia Hart will be taking time off this right now. Her and Shotty Lee Johnson announced publicly that they are getting married. I think the wedding will be coming up soon, but yeah, she's gonna take time to do her wedding stuff. AEW has been facing multiple technical issues recently through Warner Brothers, their parent partner. DVR was listing their times wrong for Dynamite. The Dynamite numbers pretty much got really screwed this week. There were sound issues, technical botches, and AEW is really starting to get frustrated with Warner Brothers Discovery. I'll tell you, since David Zaslav has taken over, he's been messing up. He's been really messing up. Bleacher Report section has been added to HBO Max, and now AEW is officially part of that section. The Pro Wrestling section only includes, I think, like 3 things: the All Access reality series, the Andre the Giant documentary, and the Muhammad Ali documentary. Cassie Lee has returned to the ring after a prolonged absence. She last wrestled April 23rd, 2022, when her Jessica McKay lost the Knockouts Tag Team Championships to the Influence, but Cassie Lee has made her in-ring return. It was at a recent what show was that? WSW show. On the injury side of things, Ray Fenix was taken from WrestleDream as just a precaution. He was written out of the match, but he seems to be doing well. Malachi Black is gearing up for his comeback during a training video amid his injury hiatus. We didn't know he was hurt, but yes, the videos from his wife, Miss Zelina Vega. Sammy Guevara wasn't medically cleared to wrestle on Dynamite this past week, which is why he was off. He suffered a mild concussion at WrestleDream, and it looks like Bandito will be fully cleared in a couple of weeks. Be good to have him back. Mark Briscoe is training for an in-ring return amid his injury hiatus, so we're looking forward to him. Kyle O'Reilly, update on him. He's still training, he's still working, trying to get strength back into his necks, and he just got a heal. And of course, my love, Miss Thunder Rosa will be working on coming back soon. She's training, she's getting ready. La Mera. I can't wait. On the rating side of things, Raw this past week put in 1.5 million viewers with a 0.48 and the 18-49 demo. Dynamite this past week put in 800,000 viewers with a 0.28 and 18-49 demo, but this was probably lower than expected because of the technical difficulties that they have been facing recently. SmackDown pulled in 2.19 million viewers with a 0.77 and the 18-49 demo. On Collision this past week, came on at an early time, but went on really hard against what's that show? The pay-per-view, Fastlane. They pulled in what did they pull in? 333,000 viewers. That is definitely low, but we were expecting that. That is the news, and we should be right back with our week in review. right, let's get into the week in review. Monday Night Raw, we had our go-home show for Fastlane. So, before anything happens, Shayna and Nia are just brawling. And then Raquel comes out, and now they're brawling. Then Rhea Ripley finally makes a return, and everybody's fighting with security, and Rhea takes out security, and she's like, yo, mommy is home. She calls out the Judgment Day, and she blames Damian for Dom losing his championship because she left him in charge, even though there's no leaders in the Judgment Day. And then she tells Dom that if he doesn't defeat Trick for the North America Championship tomorrow, then he better not come home. Mommy's putting her foot down. Jay comes out, comes on to Rhea, has some fun with everybody. And also at their expense, a fight breaks out. Cody Comes makes a save. Adam Pearce makes a tag match for later in the evening. Imperium defeated the Alpha Academy. Becky isn't medically clear to her championship match defending against Tegan Knox. Doesn't happen, but Adam Pearce does book Tegan versus Chelsea Green. Drew still won't do the right thing, quote unquote, but he's not wrong because nobody did the right thing when he was dealing with the bloodline. Our Intercontinental Championship contract signing moved the match from Fastlane to the main event of Raw, but it was for a very specific reason. Xavier Woods defeated Ivar, but Ivar ended up taking out both members of the New Day, doing that beautiful moonsault. And we had the same old video packages with and promos with Seth and Shinsuke, and Shinsuke attacked Seth in the ring and made a 10 count for the last man standing match. So you know how that went down at Fastlane. Tegan defeated Chelsea after a distraction from Natalya, and Natalya raises Tegan's hand after this match. Drew is tired of the BS. He ended up defeating The Miz in the match because why not? Miz wrestled in a suit, and I cannot tell you how many times I've seen The Miz wrestle in a suit. Chad Gable says he will get the Intercontinental Championship back, and then moving on to the Aussie Championship match itself. Gunther retained against Ciampa as he makes his way to the back. Vinci and Kaiser come out to attack Ciampa until Johnny Gargano makes his return, and DIY reforms, taking out Imperium. The show gets a fist. It was fine. Over on Dynamite, we had our WrestleDream Fallout show. Renee interviewed Jericho. Omega, Edge arrived. They had some fun, little talks. Fenix retained the International Championship against Nick Jackson, so now we're starting to solidify Fenix's win, even though he wasn't supposed to be the champion. We're going to make him feel and look like a champion. We had a really funny segment, but that was marred by technical issues. Adam Cole visited Roddy's house, and the Kingdom was there, and it was just fun and funny. And a surprise, Wardlow returned, destroyed Gift Garrison, and left. That's exactly how that went down. Don Callis says he will give Kyle Fletcher a shot to join the family. They claim that Billy Gunn defeated Butcher, Blade, and Kip, and you know how I feel about that. I wish Butcher and Blade and Kip would win more matches. Tony Storm is now timeless after another fun sit-down interview segment with RJ City. Bryan Danielson hits at another match with Zack Sabre Jr., seeing as how Sabre is bitching and moaning about how he lost. Bullet Club of Gold attacked MJF in the ring after MJF said some things about him. Jay White hit him with the Blade Runner and took the World Championship. And MJF agreed to defend the championship against him at Full Gear. Jericho and Omega defeated Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, and Don Callis was on commentary. He's like, yo, this kid screwed me. This kid screwed over the family. As Jericho and Omega are celebrating, Powerhouse Hobbs arrives. Powerhouse, and he destroys Jericho and Omega. It's like he's part of Don Callis' family. So that would make Callis Takeshita. That would make Callis, the head. You have Takeshita, Powerhouse Hobbs, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay. That's not bad. Even though I want to know what's going to go down with Hobbs and Miro. Samoa Joe's hungry. Shows some respect, but it's time for Joe to, be Joe again. MJF needs help in the back, and Adam Cole's hurt. He has no backup. And Max Caster, who's been, stalking this man on social media, creeps him out again. MJF threatens a restraining order. We'll see where this goes. Maybe MJF will get back up from daddy ass in the Acclaim. Toni Storm defeated Sky Blue. She was fully debuting her timeless Toni gimmick, and she's just great. The character work has been great. She even sent it to commercial break, and then right before she goes, how about a titty slap? Tony's killing it. And in the main event segment, Edge arrived, and he was just, happy to be there, and what he wanted to do. And his daughter said, you should go have fun with Uncle Jay, i.e. Christian, whose real name is Jay Riso. And he calls out Christian, and Edge was like, yo, I'm fine with most of the stuff you're doing, but you attacking Sting? And he's like, yo, reform Edge and Christian, and let's face everybody. Let's take on the Hardys again. We'll take on the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers and FTR and so on and so forth. And Christian was just like, hugged him and just said, go fuck yourself. That's cold. That is cold. Over on Impact, we are still building towards Bound for Glory. Tasha Steelz defeated Killer Kelly after a distraction from Deonna Purrazzo. This was just to set a fly. Tasha and Deonna as a team. John Skyler asked Savannah Evans to be his partner, and she gives him Jay Vidal. Jonathan Gresham says his cheating was to show just how bad the refs has been, and he ignores Speedball once again. Tommy Dreamer is talking with Crazy Steve, and he speaks on their history and everything they've been to together and how he's helped him, and he offers him a title shot, and Steve hugs him and then stabs him in the back with a fucking fork. Lord. Dirty Dango, Champagne Singh, Jake Something, Eric Young, and Jordan Grace defeated Brian Myers, Shira, Kylan King, Jody Threat, and Bully Ray in one of the weirdest, craziest 10-man tag matches I have seen. I love that Impact does intergender wrestling. They don't hold back. Trinity offered Mickey James a shot because she saw that look after Impact 1000. ABC defeated Skyler and Jay Vidal. Moose defeated Gujar, and Macklin wants Moose's briefcase since he was the one who grabbed it. Moose laughed in his face. Lights go out. Lights come back on. PCO clears the ring, and then Rhino gores Steve. Macklin Santino sets up a tag team title match between the Rascals and the Good Hands, I believe. And they'll be facing, the winner of that match will be facing ABC at Bound for Glory. And in the main event, Josh Alexander defeated Khan, and then Shelly shell-shocked him. So, yeah, Shelly's like, you won't give me respect, I'll take it. Over on SmackDown, Fastlane, the Go Home show gets the fist. The Bloodline come out, and they'll deal with LA Knight themselves. Knight crosses them, comes out, crosses them, and Cena has his back. Charlotte and Asuka defeated Damage Control. The Judgment Day are in the Bloodline's locker room, and JD McDonough is with them, much to the chagrin of Damian Priest, and Rhea says she asked him to be there. And Rhea wants to talk to Paul Heyman alone while Solo and Damian Priest stare each other down. It's crazy, yeah. Lashley defeated Rey Mysterio. The Street Profits will take out the LWO, and Rey says he'll make a call for Fastlane. Rhea takes charge, and she says they're better together, referring to the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. She's like, yo, we're better together. Let's just do this. And Paul is like, I gotta get this authorized. And Rhea puts his phone and says, no. She goes, I authorized it. Paul says only the tribal chief can authorize it, and Rhea tells Paul to acknowledge her. What? Yo, Rhea's in charge now. Rhea is in charge now. Dragon Lee defeated Austin Theory with an assist from Cameron Grimes, who took out Grayson Waller, who was ringside. Jimmy versus LA Knight. Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight ended in a no contest, and all hell breaks loose. The Judgment Day come out and help the Bloodline. So now it's Cena and LA Knight, and then Jay comes out, and then Cody comes out. And fight breaks out. JD McDonough takes all the finishers, and that's how SmackDown ended. So it makes me think War Games will be Solo. 'Cause I don't think Roman's gonna wrestle on War Games. I think it's gonna be Solo, Jimmy. I'm sorry, it's gonna be Solo, Yeah, Solo, Jimmy, Dom, Priest, and Finn. That's 5 people. Versus Cody, Jay. I don't think Cena's going to work Survivor Series. So Cody, Jay, LA Knight, KO, and Sammy. That's the War Games teams. Over on Rampage, the Hardys and the Best Friends defeated the former GAS members who are still working together. It'll be Jake Hager, Cool, Hannah Ange, Daddy Magic, and Daniel Garcia. And all hell breaks loose. The good guys win. Anna Jay takes a hit, and backstage, Garcia, like he had to do this by himself, and they disagree with that. Claudio and Willie Uta had a squash match, and one Commander defeated Johnny TV, Lisa Dorado, and Penta Alzero Miedo to earn a Ring of Honor Championship title shot. Eddie Kingston was doing commentary for this match, guest commentary. Ortiz says he's going to expose Santana in the main event. Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida defeated Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. Over on Collision, Ricky wins big. Essentially, Big Bill and Ricky Starks dominated and almost squashed FTR, and we have new tag team champions. Shocking. It really is. It was really, really shocking. I wasn't expecting this. Bryan Danielson defeated Cloud Fletcher with the European Cuts just to send a message to Zack Sabre. This was a good match. Cloud Fletcher has proven himself. So it looks like Mark Davis got injured at WrestleDream. Bullet Club Gold defeated Helico, Gravity, and Grand Metalik. Jay White chides MJF for not leading by example, and he sets Hangman Page's challenge for Dynamite. Nick Wayne says Darby turned his back on him and left when he needed him the most, and now Christian is the father figure that he always wanted. The Acclaimed retained against the Iron Savages. Shane Taylor is angry that everybody says Keith Lee's better than him, and Keith Lee says Shane Taylor's overconfidence will be the death of him, and that's why he'll win. Tony Storm defeated Kiera Hogan. Ruby Soho is banned from ringside against for the Shida Soraya Championship match. Eddie Kingston retained the Ring of Honor World Championship against Commander. And during the main event segment, as Edge was talking, Christian and his crew attacked Edge and Darby Allin. Our matches of the week: from WrestleDream, Eddie Kingston versus Katsuyori Shibata for the Ring of Honor World Championship and the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. This was solid. Swerve, also from WrestleDream, Strickland versus Adam Page. So happy Swerve won. WrestleDream, of course, Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. would be on this list. And for WrestleDream, finally, FTR defending the the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Aussie. Open from Raw, Gunther versus Tomasso Ciampa for the WWE Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, as Gunther would say it. From Dynamite, Rey Fenix versus Nick Jackson for the AEW International Championship. And from Dynamite, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega versus Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. So good week. Sadly, I don't think nothing really stood out as a great match of the week from Fastlane. They were all really good, even some good to very good, but great, not really. And our star of the week is two times we double up once again, Ricky Starks and Big Bill for becoming your new AEW World Tag Team Champions. And of course, I'd be remiss not to include the timeless Toni Storm. That is our show. Thank you for listening and watching, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to check out the socials: Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, the 215 on Twitter. That is spelled out. Coffee, Patreon, and of course, check out the High Risk Wrestling Podcast every Saturday. In this Saturday show, we will be having a little bit of fun as we will be checking out the biggest company jumps. That's going to be a really, really fun show to talk about. But I'm your host, Jeremy Pierce, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.